Welcome back to the channel, coin lovers and treasure hunters. Today's episode is all about the top 4 most valuable Washington quarter dollar coins featuring different years, mint marks, and conditions that have stunned collectors and sold for big money at auctions. These quarters may look like ordinary pocket change, but they are worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars when you know what to look for. So get ready, because these coins are not just rare, they are highly in demand and growing in value every day. Let's get started. First up, the 1968 Washington quarter dollar without a mint mark, even in dirty or circulated condition. That's right. This is not just another old coin sitting in someone's drawer. This piece has caught the attention of serious collectors, investors, and numismatic experts due to its rarity, history, and rising auction value. If you've got one, or you're on the hunt for one, this episode is for you. Stick with us as we uncover the amazing story, value, and secret power of this small but mighty coin. Let's begin by stepping back in time to understand where this coin fits into American history. The Washington quarter was first minted in 1932 as a tribute to the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first president of the United States. The design was created to honor American heritage, and over the decades, the Washington quarter became a staple in U.S. coinage. However, by 1965, the U.S. Mint had officially removed silver from quarters due to rising metal costs, and replaced it with a copper-nickel-clad composition. The year 1968 marked a period of great change and transition in the minting world, and coins from this year are a part of that historical evolution. Now, when we talk about the 1968 quarter without a mint mark, we're referring to a coin struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which at that time did not use any mint mark on their coins, making this no mint mark version very significant. The 1968 Washington quarter with no mint mark is its unique features. Aside from its historical importance, this coin can come with slight errors, distinct wear patterns, and natural aging tones that give it a striking vintage appearance. Even in dirty condition, this coin can reflect shades of deep grey, smoky silver, and natural patina, which only adds to its beauty and authenticity. What makes this particular quarter even more intriguing is the mystery it sometimes carries. Coins with no mint mark often leave collectors searching for clues about their origin, creating a sense of rarity and curiosity that adds to their collectible power. And if you find one with a slightly off-center strike, die crack, or doubling on the letters or numbers, you're holding something that could fetch a serious amount at auction. Now let's talk about rarity and demand, two of the biggest factors that drive the value of coins. While millions of quarters were struck in 1968, most were either lost to time, heavily circulated, or melted down. Finding one from that year without a mint mark and still in decent form, even if dirty, is becoming more and more difficult with each passing year. The coin scarcity in fine or original condition has placed it on the radar of collectors who specialize in transitional era U.S. coinage. In particular, coins that still have visible details and show original mint characteristics underneath the dirt are becoming highly desirable in the market. This means that even if your coin looks aged or worn, it might still carry tremendous value due to its historical position, authenticity, and increasing collector interest. Let's get to what everyone wants to know: the current market value. Right now, the 1968 Washington quarter without a mint mark in circulated or dirty condition can fetch anywhere from $4,200,000 or more, depending on the condition, toning, and whether it has any rare characteristics or errors. Higher grade examples with excellent preservation can reach $150 to $300 at auction. And for quarters with certified grading and eye-catching details, especially those submitted to PCGS or NGC bidding, can go even higher. The demand is not slowing down. With more collectors entering the scene, the value of this coin continues to rise, and people are willing to pay serious dollars to get their hands on the right example. If you're looking to collect or possibly profit from this coin, here are some strong tips to help you. First, don't dismiss coins in dirty or tarnished condition. Often these are the ones that have escaped cleaning and therefore retain their natural beauty and value. Always inspect your 1968 quarters closely. Check for missing mint marks, unusual errors, and unique signs of wear or strike quality. If you believe your coin is something special, it's worth getting it evaluated by a professional grading service. Protect your coins from further damage by storing them in soft holders or cases. And most importantly, keep hunting. Valuable coins often turn up in places you'd never expect, like old jars, estate sales, or flea markets. The 1968 Washington quarter dollar without a mint mark is more than just pocket change. It's a symbol of numismatic history, a hidden treasure for collectors, and a valuable item in today's fast-moving auction world. Even in dirty, worn condition, it carries a charm and power that continues to grow in demand. Its unique background, historical significance, and increasing rarity make it a top target for collectors across the globe. So don't overlook that old coin in your drawer, it could be worth a lot more than you think. Next up, the Washington quarter dollar from 1967, without a mint mark, in fine condition. Don't be fooled by its common appearance, this is no ordinary quarter. This coin is now making serious noise in today's collector's market, especially in auctions, where demand and dollar value are soaring to impressive levels. If you've got one of these coins or you're looking for a new collectible investment, stay tuned because this coin might just surprise you with its hidden potential and historical richness. Let's take a step back into the history books. The Washington Quarter series began in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birth anniversary of George Washington, the first President of the United States. The design by John Flanagan became an American icon and ran largely unchanged for decades. By the mid-1960s, due to a severe coin shortage and rising silver prices, the U.S. Mint made a landmark change by eliminating silver from quarters and introducing the copper-nickel-clad composition. The year 1967 falls right in the heart of that critical transition period, and it's important to note that in both 1965, 1966, and 1967, the U.S. Mint did not use any mint marks on coins to discourage hoarding and make coin circulation smoother. That alone makes the 1967 no mint mark quarter a historical artifact tied directly to a turning point in U.S. monetary policy. The 1967 Washington quarter stands out not just for its history, but also for its unique features that make it a prime collectible. Struck in a copper-nickel-clad composition, this coin often showcases rich vintage toning, natural patina, and fine details that stand out in well-preserved examples. In fine condition, this coin retains strong visuals, clear lettering, a defined portrait of George Washington, and sharp rims. What makes it even more valuable is that many of these coins were heavily circulated and worn down, so finding one in fine condition with strong strike quality is becoming more and more rare. Also, collectors are particularly drawn to those with unique errors like double die strikes, die cracks, or off-center minting, which can significantly raise their value in auctions. While it's true that millions of 1,967 quarters were minted, only a fraction remain in fine condition today. Over the decades, most were used, worn out, or lost in circulation. Finding one today that still holds sharp features, hasn't been cleaned or damaged, and retains its original detail is a genuine treasure. Because there are no mint marks on any 1967 quarters, there's an added challenge for collectors seeking high-quality specimens. They can't rely on mint locations or limited editions, so they compete for condition, not origin. That makes every 1967 quarter in fine or better condition a hot item in the rare coin community. The rising interest in transitional coins from the 1960s has also fueled the demand for these quarters, and collectors are increasingly recognizing their historical and investment value. In average circulated condition, a 1967 quarter may only fetch a few dollars. But when we're talking about a fine condition piece, free from major blemishes and showcasing original detail, the story changes entirely. These coins can reach values of $1,400,000 or more, depending on demand, grading, and whether any unique characteristics or minting errors are present. Some error coins or high-grade certified versions have even crossed $2,900,000 in auction settings, especially through premium bidding platforms where collectors know what they're looking for. The trend is upward, and as more collectors turn to transitional era coins, the 1967 quarter without a mint mark is gaining serious momentum as a high-demand collectible. For those of you who are passionate about building your coin collection or even looking to invest in rare coins, here are some powerful tips. First, always check your change and old coin jars. These quarters still turn up unexpectedly, especially in collections passed down from earlier generations. When you find a 1967 quarter, examine it closely for clarity, rim sharpness, and potential errors. If it's in fine or better condition, do not clean it. Natural aging is appreciated by serious collectors and often adds to its value. If you believe you found an exceptional example, consider submitting it to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. Certified coins not only preserve your piece but also command much higher prices in auctions and private sales. And most importantly, keep learning. The more knowledge you have, the more treasures you'll be able to recognize. The 1967 Washington quarter dollar with no mint mark is far more than just a leftover coin from the past. It represents a critical shift in American coinage, a collector's challenge due to its mint mark mystery, and a valuable asset in today's market, especially in fine condition. This coin is now recognized as a true transitional era gem, and its popularity is only growing. If you have one, protect it. If you're looking for one, stay alert, because opportunities like this don't come often. The auction market is heating up, and this little coin could turn into big money in your pocket. Next up, the 1973 Washington quarter dollar with the D mint mark, found in an eye-catching red color shade condition. This is not your average pocket change. This is a coin that's becoming a standout rarity among collectors due to its unique appearance, historical context, and high demand in current auctions. If you've ever come across a red-toned 1973 D quarter or are curious about its true value, stay tuned because this coin could be worth much more than you think. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to celebrate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by sculptor John Flanagan, this coin has since become a staple of American coinage. The 1973 quarter comes from a very interesting era in U.S. minting history. Following the removal of silver from circulating coins in 1965, the U.S. Mint began striking quarters in a copper-nickel clad composition, and by the early 70s, this design and metal combination had become standard. The D mint mark on the 1973 quarter signifies that it was minted in Denver, one of the major production sites for U.S. coins. The 1973 D quarter may seem common on the surface, but what makes it extraordinary is the rare red-tone condition, a feature that turns a regular coin into a highly desirable collector's item. The 1973 D quarter with red color shading truly unique is its striking and unusual appearance. The red hue is often caused by chemical reactions over time, sometimes due to exposure to certain environmental elements or stored in unusual conditions. In other cases, the red shade may come from natural toning due to the metal's reaction with air, heat, or original mint bag storage. When this natural toning occurs evenly and creates an aesthetically appealing surface, it enhances the coin's desirability exponentially. Collectors are fascinated by coins with vibrant and unique colorations, and a red-toned Washington quarter with a strong Denver mint strike makes for an incredible conversation piece. These special coins stand out visually in any collection and are instantly recognized as rarities. Now let's talk about rarity and condition, which are the driving forces behind the booming value of this coin. While millions of 1973 D quarters were minted for everyday use, only a small number have survived in pristine or visually unusual condition. Most coins were worn out in circulation, lost, or damaged. A red-toned coin in fine to extra-fine condition is exceptionally difficult to find, making it a top priority for collectors. Additionally, if the red color is naturally developed and evenly spread, the rarity and value of the coin increase even more. This is not just about condition, it's about uniqueness. The combination of a solid mint strike from Denver, original detail preservation, and a standout red shade creates the kind of rarity that sparks bidding wars in the collector's world. The 1973 D quarter in ordinary circulated condition may only fetch a modest price, but when you introduce the red color toning and well-preserved condition into the equation, the value changes dramatically. Coins like these have been known to reach $5,300,000 or more in auctions depending on the intensity of the color, the coin's overall condition, and the presence of any strike errors or double dies. Coins certified by grading authorities such as PCGS or NGC with attractive red toning and a solid strike have sold for even higher amounts. As more collectors become aware of this variety and demand continues to grow, the market is heating up fast for these gems. Now, for collectors or even casual finders looking to make the most of their discovery, here are some smart tips. First, do not clean the coin. Cleaning removes the natural toning and instantly decreases value. Store the coin in a protective case to prevent further exposure and preserve its visual beauty. If you believe you have a red-toned 1973 D quarter, consider getting it professionally graded to authenticate its condition and maximize its auction potential. Keep an eye out for any errors, such as doubling on the lettering or numbers, off-center strikes, or unusual surface textures. These features, when combined with red coloration, can increase the coin's value significantly. And remember, always examine coins closely under proper lighting. Sometimes the most valuable finds are the ones hiding in plain sight. The 1973 Washington quarter dollar with the D mint mark and red color shade is a true hidden treasure in the numismatic world. It's not just a coin, it's a stunning piece of American minting history, a visual masterpiece, and a top-tier collectible that's quickly gaining recognition for its rarity and market value. In fine or better condition, with that rare red tone finish, it's a must-have for serious collectors and a golden opportunity for smart investors. Its demand is rising, and those who recognize its beauty and potential now stand to benefit the most in future auctions. Next up, the 1987 Washington quarter dollar with the D mint mark, even in dirty condition. Yes, you heard that right. This isn't just another pocket change coin, it's a rare and valuable collectible that is catching fire in today's auction market. Its history, unique appearance, and rising demand make it a treasure you'll want to learn more about. So get ready, because this is one coin that's proving age and where can still lead to wealth. Let's begin by understanding the history and significance of this coin. The Washington quarter was introduced in 1932 as a tribute to the first president of the United States, George Washington. Designed by the talented sculptor John Flanagan, the coin's elegant and powerful imagery remained largely unchanged for decades, becoming a familiar symbol in American currency. By 1987, the Washington quarter had gone through various changes in mintage and composition. No longer struck with silver, quarters from this era were made from a copper-nickel clad composition and were primarily produced for circulation. The D mint mark represents the Denver Mint, one of the U.S. Mint's most active and respected production facilities. The 1987 D quarter is part of a generation of coins often overlooked but not anymore. This particular issue is gaining high attention today, especially when found in dirty but original condition that adds to its vintage charm and collector appeal. The 1987 D Washington quarter truly unique, especially in dirty condition. While some may think that a worn or discolored coin has lost its value, in the world of serious collectors, natural aging can actually enhance a coin's desirability. The dirt, patina, and surface tone developed over years of circulation can tell a story. It reveals authenticity, originality, and journey a story that pristine, polished coins simply cannot match. On top of that, coins from this mintage year may contain interesting strike anomalies, die cracks, or misalignments that make them standout rarities. The Denver Mint has had several instances in history where minor but valuable variations were produced, and collectors are always on the hunt for these gems. If your 1987 D quarter has unique markings or natural tone that gives it character, you may be holding onto a high-value coin. Let's talk about rarity and the condition that makes these coins so collectible. While 1987 quarters are not considered rare in the general sense, finding one in original dirty condition with strong detail is becoming increasingly uncommon. Most coins from the 1980s have either been heavily worn or destroyed over time. However, collectors today are looking for coins that have avoided damage, cleaning, or alteration. A dirty coin that still holds its full strike detail, rim clarity, and historical texture is considered a hidden treasure. Combine that with the D mint mark and any noticeable mint errors or unique colorations, and you've got a coin that sparks interest and demand across the numismatic community. With more people turning to vintage US coinage for investment and collecting purposes, the demand for original condition pieces from the 1980s is stronger than ever. While the standard face value of a quarter is just 25 cents, the value of a 1987 D Washington quarter in dirty but well-preserved condition can reach far beyond that. Depending on the coin's level of detail, unique toning, or error characteristics, it can sell in the $2,600,000 range in collector circles. Higher-end examples or coins with strong errors have been known to fetch $1,300,000 or more at auctions or online marketplaces. If the coin is authenticated and graded by services such as PCGS or NGC, its value can increase even further, with some coins reaching $1,900,000 in top grade or error categories. The market is expanding, and with rising interest in 1980s coinage, this quarter is becoming more desirable by the day. A 1987 D quarter. Here are some important tips to protect and maximize your investment. First, avoid cleaning the coin. The natural condition, even if dirty, adds authenticity and is often preferred by professional collectors. Second, store the coin in a protective holder to prevent any further environmental damage. Third, inspect the coin under good lighting to look for any possible die errors, doubling, or misstrikes. These features can dramatically increase value. And finally, consider submitting the coin to a professional grading service if it seems rare or shows standout qualities. A certified grade not only gives your coin credibility but also boosts its value on the auction block. The 1987 Washington quarter dollar with the D mint mark in dirty condition is a rising star in the world of coin collecting. Its blend of historical importance, striking originality, and modern demand has pushed it into the spotlight. This coin proves that even everyday currency, when preserved with its story intact, can become a high-value asset. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just beginning your journey into numismatics, keep your eyes open for this special piece. It's climbing in value and becoming a must-have for those seeking unique and historically rich coins. Thank you for joining us in this exciting journey through the world of rare coins. If you found this video informative and inspiring, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss another deep dive into coins that could be worth more than you ever imagined. Keep searching, stay passionate, and remember, some of the greatest treasures are found in the most unexpected places. See you in the next video.